This is video 1 of character modelling, and to begin with we're going to work in the perspective and the front window to build a plane whereabouts we can put a front, side and back image on that we can build from. So just in my front panel I'm going to select a standard primitive of a plane and I'm just going to draw this into my viewport. Now if I go back to my perspective area, just using Alt and W, what I'm going to do is I'm going to put the picture that I have sketched up of my character from the front, side and back panel. So to do this I need to open up my material editor, pressing M. In my material editor I'm going to create a standard material, double clicking on diffuse. I'm going to add a diffuse bitmap image which I have already saved into the correct folder. This automatically goes to my images folder in my 3D Max scene assets, and I'm going to double click on the one that I have designed with my front, back and side character. So I open that image there. I need to make sure in my material editor that I click on my bitmap and I make sure that I click the button that says show shaded material in viewport. Yours might look like a square with a circle, and then I can click on assign material to selection. This should then assign the material to your selection that you have of your plane. You may need to go into your modify tab and play around with the length and the width of your particular shape, depending if it's a little bit too stretched out or too narrow. So I can see that nice and clearly. What I want to make sure that I do is I actually drag down the ground of this particular picture. So if I go up to, I just need to drag it down slightly because the ground, if you can see that grid coming through the picture, I want to make sure that that is sitting nicely where the ground and the feet is of my character. When I'm happy with the positioning, what I'm going to do is I'm going to right click and I'm going to freeze my selection. Now what's happened is it's automatically turned grey, which we don't want to happen. So I want to right click and unfreeze. And I'm going to right click and go to my, hang on, I'll click on this properly first. Right click and go to my object properties. And I want to make sure right here it says show frozen in grey. I don't want to show frozen in grey. I want to see my material. So I'm going to turn that off. Click OK. And I'm going to right click again and I'm going to freeze my selection. So this just means if I try and click on it now, I can't move it, I can't rotate it, I can't resize it. It's basically stuck there ready to go and I can build in front of it without changing that shape at all.